Right pricing game recap may contain profanity toward the contestants' decision-making in pricing games that can be categorized as either stupid or being misled by the audience that's portrayed as a heel for entertainment purposes only. In reality, Mr. Horgan doesn't show any prejudice toward the contestants based on their gender, their ethnicity, and their intelligence. Viewer discretion is advised.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for the Price is Right pricing game recap for Tuesday the 20th of November, 2012. Here are the pricing games that were played today. Dice game, shopping spree, freeze frame, 5 price tags, pick a number, and grand game. Sunny, spelled with an I and not a Y at the end, who is a Georgia Peach, as her shirt read Georgia Peaches Love Drew, was the first contestant. She played dice game for a chance to win a Mazda 2 Sport modeled by the Awesome Amber Lancaster. The Marvelous Manuela Arbelaez and the ravishing and pregnant Rachel Reynolds brought out the dice game table. First number, the price of the car was 1. For the second number, Sunny rolled a 2. Was 2 the second number? No, it wasn't. She went higher. For the third number, she rolled a 4. Was 4 the third number? Yes, it was! She got that exactly right! For the fourth number, she rolled a 2. Again. Was 2 the fourth number? No, it wasn't. She went higher. Now, to be honest with you, I had a bad feeling about this. And for the last number, she rolled a 4. Was 4 the fifth and final number? No, it wasn't. And she went lower. Personally, I would have went higher. Let's find out if she won the car. Was the second number higher than a 2? Sure enough it was. It was a 6. Now, Drew was worried about when 2s are not the right number. He's worried that it is a 1 when the contestant goes higher than a 2. Well, let's find out. Was the fourth number higher than a 2? I knew it. It was a 1. It was lower, and that was the game. By the way, the last number was not lower than a 4. It was a 5. Therefore, it was higher than a 4. The actual retail price was $16,415. Larry, who is originally from Baltimore, Maryland, but now lives in the Bronx, New York, who works part-time in retail and also works at night as a professional wrestling ring announcer. Pretty cool. He demonstrated his pro wrestling ring announcing skills to introduce George Gray's name, but Larry didn't know that George's last name was Gray, and that had Drew cracking up quite a lot. And George pointed out that the show did not need a second announcer. Alright, well, Larry was the second contestant, and he played shopping spree for a chance to win these 4 wonderful prizes. Yves St. Laurent accessories that include a gold medal handbag and a brown pair of sandals with fine leather detailing. A GE front-loading washer and dryer where the washer has a king-size capacity and the dryer has 10 dry cycles with 5 different temperature settings. Both were modeled by Manuela. An Apple iMac desktop computer that has 4 gigs of RAM, a 1 terabyte hard drive, and an all-in-one photo printer included, and a Nautilus recumbent exercise bike that has advanced programming and a step-through design, both modeled by Amber. Larry had to spend at least $6,500. He first chose the computer, and Amber flipped the price tag to reveal that prize's price. It was $1,799. So now he had $4,701 left to spend. Larry next chose the washer and dryer. Manuela flipped the price tag to reveal the price of that prize, and it was $2,068. With $2,633 now left to spend, Larry chose the accessories instead of the exercise bike. I gotta say, I felt very confident on his choice. So if the accessories from Yves St. Laurent were at least $2,633, Larry would win all 4 prizes. And when Manuela flipped the price tag to reveal the price of the prize, it was $3,090! Larry won all 4 prizes, including the exercise bike, which Amber flipped the price tag to reveal to be $699. Larry won a grand total of $7,656 in winnings from all 4 prizes. Colleen, a registered nurse from Medina, Ohio, was the 3rd contestant. She played freeze frame for a chance to win a Triumph Bonneville T100 motorcycle that has an 865cc air-cooled engine, 5-speed transmission, spoked wheels, and a traditional cruiser styling modeled by Amber in a leather jacket. Colleen froze the frame at the price of $7,365. And when the actual retail price was flipped down, it turned out to be $8,599. To be honest with you, $7,365 was not a good choice. Joseph, a vibration specialist from Powder Springs, Georgia, was the 4th contestant. He played 5 prize tags for a chance to win a Ford Focus SE modeled by Manuela. Amber brought out the 5 prize tags in the beginning and the end of the game. In the true or false portion of the game, Rachel first brought out the dreaded, quote, non-stick, unquote, waffle maker, priced at $280. Joseph believed that price was false. That was true. We have seen that waffle maker many times. I'm sure all of us knew that price. Next, Manuela brought out an iced tea brewing machine priced at $50. Joseph believed that price was false. That was true also. Next, Rachel brought out the Poppin' Hoppies game from University Games, priced at $15. Joseph once again said false. And this time he was correct. It was $25. And finally, Manuela brought out an Aroma electric juicer, priced at $17. Joseph believed that price was false. That's another familiar price that I'm sure all of us have seen on The Price is Right many times. That was true. So Joseph only had 1 pick. Amber brought the 5 price tags back out, and Joseph chose $18,145 as his one and only pick. And when Amber revealed what that price tag had, it had the word no. The word win was behind the price tag of $19,095. The other 3 price tags that weren't the price of the car were $16,890, $17,470, and $15,754. $18,145 is actually the price for a Kia Soul Plus on The Price is Right, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, Chelsea, spelled with a Y and not an A at the end, who was a CrossFit trainer from Bend, Oregon, was the 5th contestant. She played pick a number for a chance to win a trip to New Orleans that included a 6-night stay in a deluxe king room at the Bourbon Orleans Hotel. Plus, it included an airboat swamp tour modeled by Rachel. The display price was read out as blank 346, so the first number was missing. Amber was by the numbers 3, 6, and 9. Chelsea chose 6 as the missing number. Personally, I would have chosen 9. So, when Amber brought the 6 over to the first number in the price of the trip, and when Drew revealed what the missing number was, it turned out to be a 6! $6,346 was the actual retail price of the trip to New Orleans. Chelsea's on her way down to the Big Easy, and Amber and Rachel gave Chelsea beads for her victory. So, I'm 264 shirts, Oregonian was, an Oregonian from I'm264 shirt state won a prize. I'm sure he was very happy to witness that. Finally, Emmeline from Seattle, who was the sixth and final contestant, played Grand Game for a chance to win up to $10,000. Of course, she had to start off with just $1, as always in Grand Game. Target price today was $2. Emmeline first chose the 12 sticks of anti-dust Crayola chalk. Drew revealed the price to be 89 cents. She went up to $10. Next, she chose the Viva roll of paper towels. Didn't like that choice. Drew revealed the price to be $2.79. Game was over. The remaining three grocery products that were less than $2 were the Ghirardelli Hot Cocoa Mix at $1, the Dreyer's Peanut Butter Cup Fun Flavors Ice Cream, $1.49, and the 2.4-ounce package of Cliff Blueberry Crisp Energy Bar was $1.29, and the all-natural spiked salsa was $2.49. Now to the acknowledgement section. According to Ben Mason Television and Dice Game, Richards did it yet again with the infamous one. For 5 price tags. 5 price tags for? Get out of town! Last time this happened was January 11th, 2008, during Drew's first season, and that was the day after my 21st birthday. Grand Game. A $2 target price? Ben Mason Television asked. He's this close to punching Richards in the mouth. This is the Grand Game, not the Walmart game, in his own words. And here's what I'm264 shirt acknowledged for me. Before Larry played his game, he made like Michael Buffett. And he then asked, how much will accessories be next time? 10K? Mike Richards sure loves those, especially because their prices vary. Today we had 2 pricing games. One, they were shopping spree and pick a number. We also gave away $510. $500 won by Sonny for a perfect bid, and $10 won by Emmeline. And I should point out to you that the $10 won by Emmeline goes down as a consolation win. But for getting that earlier, I got to give myself losing warnings. Alright, so now I'd like to mention that the contestant recognition contestants are Sonny and Emmeline. And the MVPs of The Price is Right are Larry and Chelsea. Larry also won his showcase today. That included a compact, expertly crafted leather club armchair that has a thickly padded back and a lofty foam core seat cushion, an all-valley distributing contemporary Heatolator fireplace, both modeled by Amber, a trip to Cabo San Lucas, Mexico, that included a 6-night stay in a junior suite at the Pueblo Bonito Sunset Beach Resort and Spa, that also included a zipline tour, modeled by Manuela at door number 4, and a West White Potter 19-foot sailboat that sleeps 4 and has a select package that includes a cockpit storage compartment, 15-gallon freshwater system, open ports, and a built-in cooler and stove with trailer included, modeled by Rachel. Larry bid $27,830. The actual retail price, $28,869. A difference of $1,039. Larry won a grand total of $37,924 in prizes on today's show. Well done. Now to the sponsor. Promotional consideration for the Price is Right pricing game recap provided by WWE 13. Live the revolution. So, will I be doing the pricing game recap then this short week for tomorrow? Or will Martinez 5, 1989, Sports Guy 528, Neil Rocks 87, or Jay Van Diesel have the honors to do the recap, depending on if their pricing games get played. In the annotations, I'll just have the pricing names listed so you all know who will do it if that pricing name shows up. So at this time, I do want to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving in advance in case I do not do the recap tomorrow. Be very thankful for what you have. For myself, of course, family, friends on YouTube, like with members of the Pricing and Recap team, and my own friends that I hang out with. My health. I'm also thankful for being safe during Hurricane Sandy, and simply put, it's just great to be alive. So, gotta point out that reruns start on Friday and will last into next week. So the Price is Right Pricing and Recap, for me, it looks like, will resume on December 3rd. So, until then, this is Mr. Organ reminding you to help control the pet population. Have your pets spayed or neutered. Be on the lookout for retro pricing and recaps during the reruns. Alright, folks, happy Thanksgiving. See you soon.